me ask you a question. Have you ever read Proverbs 31 and thought that, oh, how is somebody supposed to be all of this and more? Has it brought questions in your heart to see how somebody can be all these listed in the chapter? We start from verse 10 to 31. Have you ever thought, how is somebody supposed to be all of this just in one person? This thought comes to my mind all the time. Of course, growing up, this is a very common chapter that everybody refers to as a woman, especially. Anytime anybody wants to refer to a Proverbs 31 woman, they are talking about a woman who is hardworking, who is a good wife. All of those qualities. She never got tired. She was always doing great things and all of that. And it looks like she had a life together. Yes, let me use that word. She does not make mistakes. She just has this perfect life. But then recently I started to think that, is this really what this means? As it applies to me as a person who is a growing woman and who would also raise daughters, what does Proverbs 31 mean to me? And I decided to say, let's study personally to see how this relates to me and how it can make me a better person, and something I have learned. I am going to be talking about it in this video. Hello everyone, if you're new here, my name is Good News and it's nice to have you here again. If you've not watched my previous video on 7 fun facts about me, please go back to watch. Please subscribe to my new channel. And here I'll be talking about my journey, fashion, travel, content creation, and really things I get to learn along the way. And I hope you have an amazing time here. So if you're here for the good time, please stick around with me. So today I'm going to be talking about something very interesting, something that caught my attention. It's very widely and popularly spoken about. Now, I'm not making this video as an authority or someone who knows everything in the game. No, I'm also open to learning more and sharing insights I have on these topics. And this is something I'm learning. I said, why don't I just document it instead of talking to myself and just noting it down in my diary? Let's talk about it and let's see. Somebody else also might have this in their own minds that they are open to learn from, and we don't know who would come across this video and this comment and would be encouraged by these things that we talk about. So lately I've been asking myself a question: what kind of woman do I want to be? Not just in terms of career or places to go or place to settle or how successful I want to be. No, it's more about what character do I want people to see in me? What do I want to be defined as? If someone should spend a day with me, what would they see, or what would they be able to say, oh, this is who Good News is, and what kind of woman would they be able to refer to me as? And these are some of the things I've been asking and trying to see for myself how I can be better, and how, not because I want applause from people, but even as an individual by myself, because we come across different people daily. If you meet someone randomly, what they were able to say you are, or what experience they were able to have because they interacted with me. All of this conversation led me back to Proverbs 31, which is very popular and very common. And I decided to start from there, and it made me start asking questions and just wanting to know, what kind of woman would I be? Or am I currently, or would I become in my journey in life? Proverbs 31, it talks about a woman. Now, when I think about it, we don't know if she was real or it was just a figure of speech. But yeah, just assume she was real. So it paints a picture of a woman whose life has a godly character, was full of wisdom. She fears the Lord, she loves the Lord, and she cares for people. The chapter is not actually giving us a checklist. It's not saying this is how you must live your life, but then it's just painting a picture of a woman who had a godly character. And in painting that picture, a lot of features was listed. Made reference to that she works so hard, she cares for people, has wisdom, she fears the Lord. And one thing I realized is this is not things that happen overnight. This is not something she just says, oh, I want to start caring for people, and the next day she just starts doing that. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of time. She developed herself into that. It now became a character that she could be described as. And that's when I realized that, okay, I say I want to be this person, I have to put in intentionality in learning or in growing to be this person. So instead of me just saying, oh, I want to be this person and just change overnight, or become perfect overnight. I said that okay, these are just some things I'm going to be focusing on and see to be a better person. Please be a bad person. Okay, first is getting closer to God. I think that's where everything starts from, because you cannot say, oh, you want to be this person if that part of your life is not settled yet. You're just going to be doing everything and amounts to nothing. So yeah, nothing I would say would help in this journey of becoming a better person, a better woman, is being disciplined. I think that topic is very, I don't know, but I feel that discipline helps you. Like, you are a disciplined person, you won't fall victim of a lot of things, really, like socially, in your career, or in the outside world, because you have everything together. Like, what I mean is, if you say, oh, this is what I want to spend my time doing, you are going to stick to that. Or this is what I want to achieve in the next 3 months, you're able to commit to it. But if it is not disciplined, it would not help you reach that goal. So when you're even talking about a better person, I think that's something I would even want to focus more in helping me be a better person. And that thing is also, when there's a new thing to start, you start with a lot of excitement, but then it now comes to a point of consistency where you have to actually follow through diligently. And thing that I've been open and trying to take very seriously is being disciplined in doing things I'm supposed to do, because it's not just even spiritually, also in every area of your life, your career. You need discipline to stay consistent. You cannot not have discipline. So then I'm bringing it home to be a better woman for myself, for the world, for my family. Then another thing also, that being intentional about how I treat people. So yeah, I hope that take a lot of things to learn from our story, and it helps me be a better person, be a better woman in my day-to-day life, in relating with people. Also, I don't know if you're also on that journey where you are asking, what exactly is the standard for being a good person or being better for yourself? Not because you want the applause of people, but because you are responsible to yourself, to your family, and trying to see where you could get answers. We could journey together, becoming better. And all of this is important because trends change, times and seasons change. To be very intentional in building the person you want to become, even when all those things do not exist again. To spend so much time building your character as a person and what you want to model to the next generation. So it means that we have to be very, very intentional in growing ourselves and learning, and even unlearning the things that are not so great. I do hope you've learned some things, and this has inspired you to be better, to change for the better. Please remember to subscribe, like my video, comment, share, everything. Support a new creator. Please do study Proverbs 31 for yourself, and let me know if you also have thoughts like me on how this can make you better as a person and as a woman, or as a someone destined for greatness who is building things.